Namaste. This is a video about an ancient meditation technique called Metta Bhavana, taught over 2,500 years ago by a man known as the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, one of the many awakened ones who have lived here. He taught this practice of unconditional loving kindness, sending to all beings through a structure of 5 directions of sending, starting with yourself. Start with self-love. May I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I find real peace, may I find real happiness. It can be the auto self-suggestions you can say out loud or silently in your heart, in your mind. May I be happy. Start with yourself. Establish that, feel that. If it feels easy, let it flow, let it grow, let it sweep around your whole system till you feel all the cells in your whole body vibrating with a really good feeling of love, feeling of happiness and kindness. And if you feel any difficulty with that, you can allow yourself, make it more of allowing yourself to receive it from the universe, receive it from all the people in the world who are sending it right now. There's millions of people meditating right now, sending love, praying for the world, praying for everybody, praying for all souls. So we may not be physically next to them by location, but through the miracle of the Ethernet, the etheric matrix that we live in, just like the internet, everything can be connected instantly. So allow yourself to receive it. I can feel the love being sent to me from people I don't even know. But they're praying for me somehow, because I'm a being and I'm a soul and I'm part of the family. So allow me, if I need it extra times, I can receive it. Once it's flowing and feeling in you, established and grounded, think of it, then it can begin to send it with intention and direction towards loved ones, families, friends, people that it flows the easiest to. I send to my wife, my daughter, my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, my grandparents, my cousins, all my direct family, and then to all my friends, my best friends. And on different days, different people will come to your mind specifically as well. It's interesting to tune into different people that come to mind. When you feel that flowing that way, then we can begin to send it to the 3rd direction, which is to people that we don't even know. People around us in the community. For example, look, people in the chicken shop. May they be happy. May they be peaceful, whoever they are. I never met them before consciously, but they're in there, and I just pray through this 3rd direction of Metta Bhavana that they be happy. May they find peace, may they find liberation from suffering, health, wealth, all this, send it out. People around in our community, people that we pass. It can sometimes be a spontaneous person, might come to mind, someone that works in a shop nearby you, might be served by someone in a restaurant, cafe, regularly. You might not know them on a personal basis, maybe more professional thing, but send to them. This is Metta Bhavana. This is the practice. This is the conscious practice. It is a conscious practice of sending this love, spreading it. And just as the light that passes from one candle to another is not reduced as it passes, it just grows. You think of it just like spreading, like lighting candles. The light of one candle can light like many candles. So just sending them out, little lights, sending them out. Lady in the hairdresser there, may she be happy. And that is in a way like the way to set up a foundation for now the 4th direction, which is a more challenging, which is to face challenging relations, difficult situations, any characters that are testing, triggering, that there is, as I sometimes call it, as I sometimes describe it, anything other than easy, peaceful relationships, because that kind of is a word magic in itself, because we're we want to focus on the relationship becoming easy and peaceful. We might accept that it's not in that moment, but what we want to meditate upon is ease and peace coming through that relationship. So this is when we've built ourselves up with our own self-love, checked the whole family, and then sent out to all the community. We're deep in this meditation now. Now we go to areas where hasn't been flowing so freely, or where we have to really try. We have to really use effort and discipline, mind power, spirit power, heart power, compassion, send it out. And this is where anybody that you've got any issues with your life, this is the practice now to meditate for them, to pray for them as well. May they be happy, may they be peaceful, may they find real peace and real happiness, liberation from suffering. And tune into the fact that on the highest level, they all want to be happy, we want to be happy, we will share the same highest positive intention of happiness and peace, and to feel loved, to be loved, to feel healthy at the highest and simultaneously the deepest level. And all souls, we all have that same common intention, to be happy. Now, things, because of traumatic events and experiences in life, these the actions that come from each person can become confused and distorted, and create drama and stress and strife and such. But above these ego level issues or worldly issues, the spirit and the soul, eternal, is light and is love and is bliss. So we, in a way, to get over the difficulty or the intensity that might be in the way of sending love easily to someone who's, maybe some real intense stuff going on with them. What I practice, I've learned and practiced and had my own inspirations of, is like, in a way, leave my body, go up, and then imagine there, wherever that is, above their body, up above, and then go up into the space where we exist as light and as love, and it's much more, it's a more neutral place, really. It's not it's beyond opposites. Oneness. And allows time and space for that to flow through, and then practicing sending love to them. May they be happy, may they be peaceful. Gratitude to them for bringing something for us to learn from, everything we can learn from. All this video I'm inspired to do because I saw this paper on the train with this guy here, this man known as Sudesh Aman, who is on the front of this paper today because yesterday he was shot by police in Streatham after having been on a terrorist, done a terrorist attack. And to be honest, I've still got to see the details, but something involving stabbing, something involving a knife, and some terror. So, how you doing, mate? All right? Yeah. So there you go, man. Yeah, nice one. Cheers. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm good. I did a little video about stuff. Oh, was that what you doing? You out tonight or something? No. I'm still good there. Yeah, you take care, man. See you later. There you go. Interesting. Anyway, what my inspiration was I see this guy on the cover of this paper, and I got an insight into the massive wave of energy, the frequency of the vibration of the wave of energy, the emotional frequency of this wave of energy towards this man right now all across the UK, and it being very strongly negative, very negative. And it's, it's not a surprise. It's obvious that's going to happen when this is the story, and it's the same for all stories of terrible terribly traumatic, literally, terrible events and situations and circumstances. In a way, to any archetype that's brought pain and destruction and devastation, or some horrendous thing, something that we experience as bad and shocking. The energy is obviously that's sent to them is negative. Metabhavana is to meditate despite all that, despite whatever has happened, despite whatever the situation is. As I understand it, and as I practice it, it is to rise above all of that, and to be a place of healing, and to be a force of healing and love, and to practice sending love as it is in some way the place where it most needs to go, where it's most needed, is right into the center of where it's the hardest to send it to. And that is the intensity of spiritual balance, spiritual activation, spiritual enlightenment. And the fourth direction of Metabhavana. So it might not always be as intense as sending love to someone who's a terrorist, or anybody who's a terrorist, or a murderer, or part of something terrible. Sometimes it's someone a lot closer to you, someone in your family who you might be having a issue with or something, or someone at work that you've had a issue with. But it's ultimately it's the same thing. I saw this picture. I say, okay, the phrase that I started to use for it is fourth meta. It's okay. That's a fourth meta. That's a fourth meta character right there. We have like a joke about it. It's like if someone's triggered us or something, we say, okay, yeah, you put them in your fourth meta, and send love to them still. Very intense to really truly activate into that one, but so powerfully healing. Beyond this guy here, like just from my own personal experience, characters that have really been intense for me. The magic, the beautiful magic that has happened through this for me personally. I cannot tell you, to believe me. Don't believe me. I just only offer to try it for yourself and see if it happens. But I'll just share that for me it has been transformational in certain relationships that have been really difficult. And then through this practice, through actively sending love, this doing this meditation, things changing. Sometimes in noticeable big changes, and sometimes in slow, steady, gradual growth, but progressive. And then certain points along it, you realise, wow, this is really bad. Something's really changed actually here. This feels what a relief. What a relief it is to feel this instead of how I was feeling. Things can transform. As they say in the Amazon, iskawata way. It's like this that we transform. So that was the fourth, and I'm gonna squeeze this in now to 45 seconds to catch the 15-minute IG video thing. But the fifth is, once we've come through that space, is to send love to all beings, all life, all creation. May all beings be happy. May all beings in all the worlds, in all the dimensions, in all the realms be happy and at peace. All the beings, everything alive, everything around us, may everything be happy and at peace. And that's where I'm at with it today. So if you're still listening, always namaste, thank you. I appreciate you listening, and all the best. God bless. See you soon. Om, Us, Umsa, Namaste, Namaste. Peace and love 2020. Us.